Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Today, I'm going to be doing something for the first time that I usually never do when I play this game, and that is reviewing gameplay of how I did, months ago when I first did my Epoch? No, this isn't Epoch of Pain, is it? This is Epoch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Epoch. It'd be really embarrassing if I forgot already. But today, I'm looking at some footage from back in the day. This was actually also recorded during December, so during the banquet stuff. Funny enough, if you watched that last video, which I want to say massive shout out to all the support for that previous video. If you haven't watched it already, please go check it out. It's been really surreal seeing all the support. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. So we're starting off with the cheese path. I honestly avoided big quests like this. I know I mentioned back in the day that Realm of Legends was like the peak moment of my childhood mcoc career because, quite frankly, I couldn't do anything outside of story content. A lot of it was really difficult. So doing Realm of Legends was insane to me. I haven't done Labyrinth. Labyrinth is still on the on the to-do list, but obviously at this point in my account, it's not worth it. So I haven't done it. But yeah, watching this right now, we have the Okoye, thankfully. I don't think she needs to be awakened for this fight. Yeah, she doesn't need to be awakened, I don't believe. I could be wrong about that, but as you can see, the first fight, a bit of a cakewalk. The idea here is that you have to mainly dex. It's a lot of dexing because when you throw the ensnare on the opponent, they dwindle shortly over time, little damage by little damage. Now here's the thing about this Northstar fight. I hardly have fought Northstar up until this point. Like, I think I've seen him maybe a total of like 10 times in content altogether when I took this fight, so you're gonna quickly see how unprepared I am. Regardless of all the input and feedback and advice I was given by my friends who were watching me do this fight at the same time, I simply was just outmatched. I mean, I just completely missed the dex there. I probably dexed way too late. He just hits me. I'm in the corner and I don't know. It's like fighting Quicksilver. I just simply don't know when his combo is gonna go off, and I'm backed in the corner. My specials are turned off and I just get killed. Now the good thing about this is that I actually managed to get some good damage off of him here, and I'm just kind of trying to create space, but unfortunately I get clipped by the special 2 and I died again, which is really annoying because I was super close to finishing him off. Right here I don't even get hit by him once. But as you can see, I'm marking him down each time I die, so unfortunately I've already got 2 deaths down the drain. So that's a little annoying. But as you can see, now I'm fighting Destroyer, and once again I have to say, hardly knew anything about Destroyer. I think the only thing I knew is that the special 2 was hard to dex. To me, at this point in the time in my gameplay, the special 2 was hard to dex, so I accidentally pushed him to special 3 because of the power gain, and I'm just not experienced at all. Like, I'm trying to do this really hard quest, and I usually don't do them, but I mean, I have moments where I get a lot of dexes down and I'm getting the damage in, and it looks good, but a single clip in one of these, like if you get clipped once by any of these opponents, especially in these hard quests, it's usually game over. Luckily I have Heimdall with me at this time, so I do get to live a little longer. So say I get pushed to the SB3. They get pushed to the SB3, I mean. I get to live a little bit longer. But as you can see here, I'm not doing too hot. I'm constantly getting backed up into the corner, and he just gets the power gain over and over, and I don't stand the chance. I mean, there, I think I pretty much lived because of the Heimdall synergy. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out what the best course of action is, because obviously every time he dashes forward, he gains unstoppable, and I'm lucky my resist came up there, but he hits me again, and ultimately I just throw the special 3 because I'm in the corner. I need to get out of there. And luckily, you know, I don't push him to his SP3, but I'm so unprepared for his SP2 that I just eat it. So now I'm at 1 HP, and I'm just kind of sitting there like, I just need to do as much damage as I can before I end up dying, because I know I'm going to die. Like, there's no other way around it, because he gains his destruction charges every time he dashes forward, and here comes the power gain, and it's just over. So I throw in the relic to try and get a combo off. He blocks it, but then I'm actually able to do 2 medium taps before he dies, and then I'm dead. I mean, before he goes SP3, I'm talking about me dying here. But yeah, like, it was just a bad fight. Like, this is such a bad fight. I played horribly with the power gains, and in the future, it's just, you know, sometimes you need to play more defensively with your spacing and kind of take control of the path, or take control of the board, right? That's what I ultimately need to do here, because it'll cost me less deaths. Obviously, Okoye is not a good fight for Destroyer at the end of the day, I don't think, in this scenario, but obviously the cheese option, Okoye, to throw the ensnares down is quite important. So in the future, it's just, you know, gotta take the space better and dex the SP2, which I can do now. I can confidently say that I can SP2 the Destroyer special, so, or dex it, my bad. I'm struggling really bad on these like word framings, and you'll notice that I recently started streaming as well. I did the Abyss hero path the other day, and the whole time I'm trying to commentate my gameplay, I constantly find myself saying like heavy or parry or dexing in the wrong order. Like, that's just me at the end of the day, just not being used to this whole thing. So at the same time of me doing these sort of narrations and highlights of these fights, I'm learning how to speak better with like the terminology of this game. So hopefully I don't sound foolish months down the line. So we have this Photon fight next, and honestly, a bit of a cakewalk simply because she doesn't have her awakened ability, which is so nice. I, for one, hate Photon with a burning passion. I don't like her kit. I don't like fighting against it. It's really not fun. The fact that she can turn off mastery abilities is such a horrible mechanic. I don't think players should be punished for investing into their masteries, a core mechanic of the game, and then having champions just shut that off whenever they want. Like, I don't know, to me that's just insane. So yeah, I'm not a Photon fan. I don't have her, so that's also part of the reason I don't like her. Who would have thought? But yeah, overall, she's just not a fun champ to fight against. But luckily here, I'm able to just play it slow and slowly tick her down here. And by the time she's done with the special, she's basically one shot, and I just throw the SB2 into her. She falls over. Big win, am I right? So luckily, I didn't die that much there, so already a good start. And then we go to this Adam Warlock fight. So I'm kind of reading the notes here, trying to understand, like, what am I about to get myself into? Because I will mention this right now. I died because one of the nodes in this first run. And you'll see me reread it afterwards, I'm pretty sure. But what's nice is that I think we had the Coliseum already at this point. We had the first ever Coliseum. So we knew how to fight Adam Warlock a little bit. Like, the SB1 wasn't that hard to dex anymore. SB2 is obviously annoying because he enters the tomb and he just kind of sits in there, so you can't do much there, but we learned how to fight this champion a lot just because of all those attempts in Coliseum. So as you can see here, I'm already taking a big chunk out of him, and luckily I'm able to dex the SB1 properly, and I still have good control of the board, but unfortunately the soul barb kicks in and I'm like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. So I try to live a little bit longer, you know, just get more dexes in before I die. But the soul barb kicks in again. Heimdall synergy runs out. I'm toast. And right here, I'm like, what happened? So I'm rereading all this, like trying to understand in the future, like, okay, this is what I need to avoid. And it's kind of hard to avoid, unfortunately. That's just the beauty of some of these nodes sometimes, that it's just hard to avoid when you're playing a cheese strat. and I'm looking at it. I take a little bit of time to reread it and understand it, and that's why I usually try to do it when nodes confuse me. Sometimes I just need to sit there and read it because if I don't like read it properly, I'll end up forgetting something. Over there, I just played horribly. You miss the SB1 decks, and it's downhill from there with the Soul Barb. So here, you know, I get it down pretty easily. Only 2 deaths. I think that's been the common thing so far, is that it's only been 2 deaths each time for some of these defenders. Now, I will say, a chunk of this video is going to be the Ares fight. It just goes without saying, Ares is a hard match. And unfortunately, I have to show my embarrassing moments fighting Ares because that is just the learning process of MCOC. Sometimes we all suffer when we're fighting bosses sometimes. I mean, I remember when Maestro came out in Act 4, no one knew how to dex that SB1, or if they did, they were considered really good at the game, and people were just like, damn, that person's really fucking good. How are they doing that? So, to keep in mind that, like, we've gone to the point of Maestro all the way to what Ares does in his kit. It's been quite a jump. It's been a really big jump. And there I just get tapped. I mean, there's not much I could say in that scenario. I just get fucking one tapped. Like, there was nothing I could have done better there. Maybe I just played poorly and like I just dashed into him. I don't know why I held the block there. Actually, holding the block there would have been the best bet because I don't think you can dex the Ares SB1. And I was really salty about missing that last dex there. I thought I could get him, but I couldn't. However, that does mean, I think that means we go to Ares now, yeah. So 2 deaths mostly for each boss here. And now we're at the big boy. This is where Serpent comes in. We don't need a Koye anymore until later, obviously. For those who don't know who aren't informed about the Ares fight, it's like 5 stages, I'm pretty sure. And the idea or the goal with Ares is that when he shoots his specials, there is a certain pattern that you have to follow. You get passively rooted, so you're stuck to the ground. And you have to follow this pattern of each attack you correspond with either a dash back, a block, or you stand still. So kind of like the Grandmaster fight a little bit, except you don't get the signs. It's in the animations where you get the signs. And I was drilled in my head what they could be when I was told by my friends who have already done this. But as you can see, I mess up halfway through. So the first attempt at trying to dodge a special was like a 50-50. It was a 50% success rate, which is, you know, still pretty horrible, but I'm just here trying to collect space and trying to get more practice in with the special. So I push him to his SB1 with my SB2, and boom, another chance at redemption. And this time, I just blow it. I just blow the entire thing, and it was horrible. I just played bad, plain and simple. I get another chance here, and I'm just way too early with, I think it was a block. I had the block there, but I was just way too early. And I don't know what happened here, to be honest. Does he get unstoppable when he does his heavy? He probably gets unstoppable when he does his heavy, which is why he was able to just block my SB2 altogether. There, I was just way too late. Probably inputted as soon as he swung the sword. So I was just not ready. Here, you know, I'm about to die, so I might as well try one more time. And it just doesn't work. It just wasn't pretty. The first go at of Ares was not pretty at all. But the thing about this Ares fight is that there is a little bit of a safeguard, where even if you die a ton, you still get better and better each fight. And the reason I say you get better is because you still gain the Vigor charge. Now the Vigor charge, the whole time, each time you block a special here, or you do the corresponding pattern with the special, you gain that orange little Vigor there. And that does more damage. The more you have, the harder you hit. Which is why my SB1 crit for like 19k there. Or why some of my regular attacks are hitting for 18k. Like, I'm just getting stronger over time. And each time you die and revive, and you come back into the fight, you gain a Vigor charge on your own. See right there, I almost did the SP1, but I'm stupid and I just missed the last 2 hits. So here we go, another attempt, trying to do it properly, and I get it down. And I'm a little bit excited, so I'm like, oh crap, I need to stay alive. And he throws another one down, and I'm trying to do my best. Let's see if we get it. No. I held my heavy there. That's the unfortunate thing of playing on the computer, is that if you hold your left mouse one button just for a second too long, you instantly go into a heavy, and sometimes that trips you up. Even when you're not even like thinking about it, it can trip you up pretty badly. So right there is just the unfortunate draw there. You know, I managed to do it, but simply put, I just was not, I don't know. The input sensitivity is a little bit tricky, but then again, you kind of want it to be push sensitive, because if you need to heavy in a quick moment, I guess, you know, you want to hold down the mouse, you know, quick as possible. But in this scenario, it was bad. Just like these last two attempts, just bad stuff all around. But the good news here is, as I'm about to die, he has a 2 next to his name, which means we're in phase 2, and now we have to do the special 2 dex pattern. And I'll just be honest, I'll just be so upfront with this right now. I could not learn this one for the life of me. It was so difficult. Like, I'm cutting straight into another attempt, and I just fail it. And that's what you're gonna see in these next few clips. It's just me constantly trying to dex this SB2 combo pattern, or like find the pattern, and I just cannot find it for the life of me. It's so bad, it's so embarrassing. The SB1 felt a little bit slow, and it had a lot less patterns to it to follow. So we go again. Here is the SB2. I'm trying my damnedest. I lived the first two hits. Get hit by the rest, so I'm still alive, thankfully. I can do some damage before I go down, and that's exactly what the plan is. I just jump straight into my second SB1, and that's when he throws his SB2, and I just miss the first one once again, and I'm down. So that's what the issue is sometimes when it comes to this fight, is that you really do need to be on your guard when it comes to dexing these patterns and the special, because if you're not, you're just going to constantly end up dying, just like me. And obviously you might be asking yourselves, then why are you only using 20% revives? Why aren't you healing up each time? And the truth of the matter is that I wasn't confident with my skill back then. As you can see, I just did this SB2 for once, and I'm really excited and happy about it. But the truth is that even though I have the moments where I do land these combos and these patterns, I just wasn't confident. And my friends ultimately told me, if you're going to die a lot, it's better to save potions on other things. And so ultimately, each time I died, I knew I was going to end up hitting harder and harder. As you can see here, I'm throwing down almost 100. I am surpassing 100,000 damage on some hits here. So I just gotta accept it. I gotta take it as it goes. This is just ultimately going to be the situation that I find myself in, and that's okay. Ultimately, we can't be the best, and certainly I've gotten better since this, but it is what it is. As I get absolutely wrecked with that SB2 once again. But here we are. He's about to reach his SB3, so I was really concerned that I was going to lose that fight just based on him gaining too much power. But he doesn't, and I'm unprepared for it, and I fall to the ground. Luckily, we're in phase 3, so there's a chance that we have a little bit of time to, you know, practice some more. But the issue is that with each phase, the specials that Ares throws gets faster and faster. So ultimately, I'm just struggling to kind of keep up. I think at some point, I just stopped caring about doing any sort of dexes, and I just try to beat him up as much as I can before I ultimately go down. Like here, I'm trying to bait for the SB2 the whole time, and he will just not throw it. He just keeps walking forward, doing heavies, doing whatever, and I can't win. So ultimately I get hit by the SB3. I don't show it, unfortunately, because I was probably tilting a little bit, I was probably half tilted, half trying to lock in, so not really the best focus mode. So unfortunately we don't get to see the SB3, but hey, I'll probably have to fight this guy again in Epoch of Pain for the challenges of the Karina, so I'll eventually have to fight this guy again. I'm not looking forward to it, guys. I'll be honest, it's not looking exciting. But as you can see right there, once again, I held down my mouse one for too long, and I start throwing a heavy. Like, why am I throwing a heavy in that scenario? You don't need to throw a heavy ever with any of these patterns, but as you can see, I just kind of fuck up sometimes. It's just the honest truth, and it's kind of nice showing this gameplay because it goes to show that you don't need to be goated at this game. Sometimes if you just farm enough revives and you have enough in the stash, you can take these really strong fights, these really aggressive, really scary bosses. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scared when I look at these quests. I'm scared, like I don't want to lose my investment with potions, but the truth of the matter is that ultimately your units, your potions, they have to be used for something. They have to be used for something. And if you're going to do hard end game content, you might as well run through that reserve, because what else are they going to be used for? This is like the opportune time to use your stash. And that's just the honest truth. So as you can see here, we're in phase 4, thankfully. I think we're at maxed out Vigor charges. Let me check to see if that's true. I honestly can't really... we are. We're at 20. So we're hitting really hard. We're about to enter his final stage, because in this next clip, after I get my ass handed to me, we do successfully enter his next stage. And you'll see that as he has a 5 on his name. Yeah, right there. So he's at 1%. Boom. So you're wondering, like, okay, this is the final stage. He's at, 1%. How hard can it be? Turns out his specials are the fastest they'll ever be in this entire fight. And the only way to chip down from 1% to 0 is to intercept them. All those purple charges right there, you need to intercept. So at this point, I'm throwing in Okoye, I'm throwing in Heimdall, I'm gonna throw in all of my entire team, because that's what I ultimately have to do. And also, should mention, each time you do one of the special patterns, if you can do it in time, that's also charges down on the boss health. So trying to dash in, trying to create some intercepts of my own by medium intercepting and dashing in. He just punishes me to death with Heimdall, so he stood no chance. But at the same time, the charges aren't based off of damage, so Heimdall could get some work in, which is why I send him out sometimes, because he literally could go on a run. And I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, he does go on a little bit of a run right at the very end, but obviously we're not there yet. We still have many charges to get through, and many specials to die to, because we're really bad at this game. But as you can see, Okoye is kind of the goat for this, which is why she'll have sort of the best runs when it comes to these sort of special intercepts. It's just really scary knowing that these specials go so fast. Luckily, I was able to actually do that SB2, which I was probably like freaking out a little bit about. This was probably one of the best runs we had with Okoye, I'm not gonna lie. But the Unstoppable gets to us, and we can't intercept him because he's unstoppable, so he just punishes us immediately. But here's Heimdall going in. As you can see, I should also mention the degen that I have right there. Each time you come in with more health than Ares, you get passively degen to the same percentage that Ares has. So we get sent to 1%. But it doesn't go past that, like we match his HP each time. So at least it's, it's kind of fair. So obviously I'm not going to throw my special here because it won't do anything. And I'm trying to gain an opening, but he just pushes me into the corner. He literally bullies me like a high school bully into a locker. Can't really do much there. So we're here. We're at the final stages, trying to get some last minute intercepts in, but I fuck up the special. Right, so natural reaction. send in Heimdall. Heimdall's gotta solo this. And he low-key kind of goes on a run here. As you can see, I'm kind of cooking with this guy. And you'll notice I'm not too comfortable with light intercepts. I'm a little bit more comfortable with them nowadays, but back then, it was medium intercept or nothing. So that's what we're trying to do here. He ends up going unstoppable, and that's what ultimately kills us. But as you can see, Okoye gets the final last 2 intercepts, and Ares goes down. And that death counter looks so bad, bro. 32. I still can't believe it. So ultimately, I almost reached 40 deaths in this fight in total, doing the cheese strat, and obviously most of it came from Ares. But that's the ultimate reality, is that you're not always going to be good when you're doing hard quests for the first time. And that's okay. At least we get some really good rewards out of it. For this time, I mean, this is like really solid, because this is mid-banquet, like I said. Yeah, for my account, this was good stuff. Unfortunately, though, we do bar Black Widow Deadly Origins. They're not a good start. And you'll notice something, is that the only other crystal we have next is the Titan. So, oh, actually, it's this Awakening Gem. So we get a Mutant Awakening Gem. Woo! You'll see who I use that on, actually, in a bit. And it'll make sense as to why she was awakened in the previous video at some point. But this Titan Crystal, guess what? We use Okoye for most of this match, and there was the skill path in Epoch. Guess who we're gonna get out of this Titan? That's right, Yelena. Not even Mr. Knight, who, you know, rolled over. I would have loved Mr. Knight at this point, I'm pretty sure, because I didn't have him as a 7-star. Nope, we get Yelena, which honestly isn't that bad. I mean, 6 stones are 6 stones on her, and she's one of the best in terms of prestige. Captain Britain gets awakened. That's the big thing, is that Captain Britain is the one who gets awakened here at the end of the story. And yeah, that'll probably do it for this entire video. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions videos. And in the future, let me know what you want to see. I can probably do a lot, just, you know, anytime, obviously. But yeah, take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.